Okay, we're ready to get started on our dish mat. And again, I'm going to show you the yarns that I'm using for the dish mat. Now, this dish mat is going to be 13 by 23. And I'm going to let you know what the stitches and everything are so you can make yours whatever size that you want it to be. And I'm doing it in purples for Chelsea. So the first yarn I've got here is this one, which is Knit Picks yarn. It's their worsted weight comfy, 109 yards. It's the color lilac. This is 75% Pima cotton and 25% acrylic. Okay, and then the next one I have is this one, which is a lighter lilac color. And this one is by Willow Yarns, and I believe they call this Sudsy, if I'm not mistaken. I can't tell you how many yards are in that one. This one is Lion Brand's Re-Up, 117 yards, and it's 100% recycled cotton. And then this one is a very pretty variegated yarn. This is all cotton. It is a hand-dyed cotton. And this one was hand-dyed by Melissa at Crocheting in Agreement. So Crochet in Agreement. And the color on this one is Have a Blessed Day. This is the color for Seta of Seta's Place. And I'll leave a link for this so you can go and check out her Etsy and see if she's got any of that in her store. So that's basically the yarns that I'm using to do this. And I'm going to hold them together. Get everything out of the way. And I'm going to use a J hook. Okay, now this, if you want to look up a pattern for this, I'm going to tell you that it's going to be based on this one, which is by Yarn. I've just got it in this came out of my binder. I'm basing this on this pattern, which is Yarnspirations, and it's a scrubby waffle crochet dishcloth. But I'm using their pattern to make this dish mat. So if you want to look this up, it'll give you one where you can print it out. It's a free pattern on the Yarnspirations website. But don't take what I'm saying as to be exactly to the pattern. I'm just using this as a guide. So I'm not doing this pattern exactly. So for my version of this, I am going to work 3 strands of the yarn together. And what I will do is I will start with these 3, and then I will switch off and I will add in my 4th color, and I will take one of my other colors away and replace it with this. And I'll do this back and forth. So holding the 3 strands together, I'm going to make our slip knot. And chaining loosely. Now we need to measure and see where we're at. So that is pretty close. Right now it is just over 13, so 13 and a half. And that is, I'm doing this exactly to what they said, which was 41. So I'm going to leave it at that because it's got me my 13 that I want it to be. Okay, so I will work it work this until I have 23 inches that way. All right, so now we are going to do a double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So yarn over and double crochet. And now we're going to do a double crochet in each stitch all the way across. And when you get to the other end, you should have 39 stitches, including your chain on the end. So just double crochet. Okay, let's measure again. I'm right down here at the end. And it still looks like about 13.5. Cotton is, you never know. Sometimes cotton will change the way something measures out, and sometimes you won't. I'm right here at the end. I'll put my last double crochet in there. And then we're going to chain 3 before we do our turn. So chain 3. That was row 1. Double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook and all the way across to the end. And I chained 41 inches to start. I chained 41 chains to start. So for row 2, our chain acts as our first double crochet. Now we're going to do a front post around this the next stitch. So we're going to yarn over. We're going to go between the first 2 stitches below. So this is our working upper edge that we usually work. We're down here where the post of that is. We're going to stick the needle in between those 2 stitches and behind it, and come out the other side in between the other 2 stitches, yarn over, pull up that loop. Now finish our double crochet. Go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. That is our front post double crochet, where it all sits right in the front. Now we're going to yarn over, and we're going to do a back post on the next 3 stitches. So we're going to turn it over, and we're going to insert our hook between the 2 stitches, and then out underneath it and out the other side of that post. Grab our yarn, go through 2, go through 2. Now we did that in the back. I'm going to show you again. Yarn over. Now we're going to do it behind this next one. So see, here is our back post there. All I'm doing is turning the work over like that and working the same kind of thing I was doing a second ago, except back here. Yarn over and pull it through. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now the next stitch right here. Got my loop, pull through 2, and pull through 2. Now, if you turn back to the front side, here's your front post. There's your 3 back posts. And you should see like this little shelf right here. And the reason this is good, especially for a dish mat, this is also good for a washcloth if you were just using 1 strand, which is what this is based on, or scrubby in this case. But for a dishcloth, that means that these dishes are going to be sitting on top and they're going to drain off. Okay, so that was 1 double front post and 3 double back posts. And now we're going to repeat that all the way to the last 2 stitches. The last 2 stitches will be a double front post around the next stitch and a double in the very last on the chain. Okay, so let's repeat. That's 4 in a row. So you've got your double, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So you should be on the front right here on this post. So yarn over. Now we're going to come to the front. Come here. I'm going to do 1. All right. Now we got to go to the back and do the next 3. So turn it up towards you. Two. Grab this next one. 2, 2. Got one more. Okay, so there's our front post and there's our 3 back posts. Now you're going to, like I say, you're going to repeat this all the way across until you get to the other end. And just rewind it if you're not sure how to do it. And hopefully I can make it a little closer and clearer for you so you can see it with my editing software. Okay, I'm coming up to the end of my first row. No, I'm coming up to the end of row 2. I've just done a front post, 3 back posts. Now the last 2 stitches are a front post, and then we're going to do a double crochet in the top of that chain. And that's the end of row 2. And as you can see, the way that it is laying has nice ridges here. Here's the back side. Let me see if I can get you an angle. Well, let me pick it up and show you. There you go. That might be a little bit better. So you can see if something was laying on here, it would drain. That's why I like to do it bulky with these 3, but it's also a great texture. Okay, now you're going to chain 3, you're going to having language issues today for some reason. All right, chain 3 and turn. And we're going to work row 3, and then in order to work the pattern, you're going to work row 2 and row 3 for the entire pattern. Now, if you're wanting this to be wider, or you're wanting to, if you're wanting it to be, you know, like you have a space, you want it to be wider, okay, so row number 2, sorry, row number 3, row number 2 of the pattern. Row 2 and 3 are the pattern. So row number 3, chain 3, that's your first double crochet. Now we're going to double crochet back post around this next stitch. So see, this was a front post here, and we're going to back post it. So we're going to come over here. We're going to get up under that one that we already previously did and do a back post. Now these next 3, we're going to double crochet in those. No posting, just double crochet right into the top of them. Okay, so we're just mirroring the front side. So we're going to do another back post double crochet around this one, which is the front post on this side. So back post, and now we're going to do 3 double crochets in these next 3. And that is your pattern for this row. That is your repeat for this row all the way across. Until you get to the other end. When you get to the last one, you'll wind up doing the back post, and then you'll do a double crochet in the top of the chain. That is it, and I will finish this row and I'll come right back, and then I will tell you how I plan to do mine. Okay, coming up to the end of row 3, I'm going to do a back post, and let me show you what that looks like. When you do a back post, you're actually going around the back side, and your needle comes through and comes through over there, so that that stitch is, your needle is your hook is behind it, but you actually can see yourself going into it from this side also. Just wanted to show you what that looks like. Okay, now do a double crochet in that end chain, the top of the end chain. We're going to chain 3, and we're going to turn. And this is what it's looking like. See, we're going to have our ridges going all the way across the top and flat-ish on the back. It's never going to feel totally flat on the back, just so you guys know, but flat-ish. Now what I'm going to do, because this variegated that I showed you has quite a bit of this lighter lavender in it, I'm going to cut this one and add this one. So I've added my new yarn. I don't need to do anything here because this is our chain 3. I just added it in the 3rd chain of that chain 3. Now we're going to do a front post, and we're repeating row 2. So back post of the next 3, which can sometimes be a little tricky when you're working with 3 strands. You just have to always make sure that you have them all. And then I will do a front post again, and so on and so forth. And it looks like this is going to darken it up just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to carry on, you guys, and I will see you when I have my 23 inches. Okay, have fun. I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, you guys, here it is, all finished. Here it is. So it is this is what what size Chelsea wanted, and it is right at the 23. See if I can show you. See, 23 this way, and 13 this way. 13 that direction, because that's the way that's the size of Chelsea's counter, what is on the edge of her sink. So next to her sink on the right side, there's a area that is 13 by 23, and that's where she wants to put this. Now, I did have to change up colors quite a bit because I ran out of the Bless Your Heart. Is it Bless Your Heart? The Setta's color from Crocheting in Agreement. I think I ran out of that, but I think that's what it's called, and I ran out of it. I also went through a full ball of the Re-Up, the white one that I was using. I also ran out of that this light lavender color cotton. It was like a willow. So I started up with Brava worsted in like a speckled color here. And then I got that box from Crystal from Bag O' Day, the mystery box, and in it there was a package of the Scrubby Smoothie in a lavender, and I started adding that in with another set of white cotton. So I went through quite a bit of my cotton to do this, which is fantastic, because now I want to make some, and I'm really kind of thinking I'm going to make them similar in size to this, and I want to make 2 of them for the boys to go underneath their dog dishes. So Sailor, I could make one for Sailor though. He has his own special dish though, but I want to make one probably in blues or something like that for Cerberus and Duke to go underneath their dishes, because right now I've got those like oval rugs under there and they're kind of hard to wash. This would be a whole lot easier to wash. Another idea would be if you just wanted to make it as a rug to put, you know, for you to step out on. It is not soft, but it would be great and cushy and absorbent to go, especially if you did all cotton. And that would go great in front of your shower. Make one the size to go there. And it would be great if you had shower doors, because you could hook this right over the handle for your shower door and let it dry out. Of course, it'd be fantastic as a dish mat. You getting my drift, or do I need to keep snowing? This application would make, and of course you definitely could make it into a washcloth and not do the like not do 3 of them. You could just do 1 and make it into a washcloth or a dishcloth. So it's a great pattern. I really like it. I really like it. And now I can get this off to Chelsea. And I thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial, and have fun today. You guys, I'll see you on the next one. Bye everybody.